The next iPhones will likely be called the iPhone 12, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max, just like the iPhone 11 family. And possibly, there will be a new iPhone called the iPhone 12 mini. Color-wise, the iPhone 12 will likely come in an assortment of colors, just like the iPhone XR and the 11. And if we look to the new iPad Air, that could be an indicator of the color direction that these new 2020 iPhones are going. When it comes to the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max, well, they're likely to come in space gray, silver, and gold, just like, well, the last couple years. But instead of that Range Rover green color we saw last year with the iPhone 11 Pro, the 12 Pro is rumored to come in a midnight blue option. Fancy. Now, all of these new phones will likely have a new hardware design with squared off edges a la the iPad Pro. You might even say Apple is taking inspiration from the iPhone 5, 5S, and the OG 2016 SE. Now, the iPhone 12 and 12 mini might have aluminum edges, whereas the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max could get stainless steel edges. Either way, the design could look really sleek, and let's acknowledge that it could call back to the iPhone 4 with its metal and glass design, which I think was the best looking iPhone, period. As far as storage, say goodbye to 64 gigabytes. Rumors point to baseline iPhones coming with at least 128 gigabytes of storage. That's a lot of room for those photos and videos of your cats and kids. The iPhone 12 will come in 3 different sizes over 4 different models. Let me explain. Okay, there will be a 6.1-inch iPhone 12, just like the iPhone 11. And for the first time, a smaller 5.4-inch variant, which could be especially small when you consider that the screens on the iPhone 10, 10s, and 11 Pro are 5.8 inches, hence the iPhone 12 mini nomenclature. Now, in fact, the iPhone 12 mini could be smaller than the current iPhone SE, so small phone lovers, rejoice. Actually, don't, because we've been disappointed before. Now, the iPhone 12 Pro will come in 2 sizes. 6.1 inches, just like the iPhone 11 and rumored iPhone 12. And yes, that is larger than the 5.8-inch screen found on the current iPhone 11 Pro. And who knows if this is the same body size with smaller bezels or a slightly larger size body. Then, of course, there's the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is rumored to get a bigger 6.7-inch display compared to the 6.5-inch one on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now, again, this could be a combination of smaller bezels and a slightly bigger body. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, if you think about it, essentially you have 3 sizes to choose from: one 5.4-inch phone, 2 6.1-inch phones, and 1 6.7-inch phone. So you got options. All 4 iPhone models will likely have an OLED panel, so there won't be this OLED LCD divide that we see in the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro right now. However, there are rumors, now these are more wishy-washy, that the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max models could get a high refresh rate display. Now this sounds more wishful thinking to me than anything, but seeing a 90 Hz or 120 Hz screen on an iPhone could be truly magical when it finally happens. Just look at the iPad Pro and its ProMotion display as a reference. And sorry to disappoint people like my colleague Bridget Carey that are hoping for Touch ID to return to the iPhone like it did on the iPad Air on its power button. There just doesn't seem to be credible rumors pointing to that happening for the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. But hey, I get it. Having an alternative to Face ID in the age of wearing face masks would be nice. Double biometrics could offer many advantages. Just look at the tablets in Season 3 of Westworld. Now, then there's 5G. Just like we've seen with most Android flagships this year, the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro are rumored to get support for 5G. The 12 and 12 mini will likely support low-band and mid-band 5G, aka the sub-6 variety. This kind of 5G has a long range, but not the fastest speeds. The 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max will likely also support the faster but shorter range millimeter wave version of 5G found on AT&T and Verizon. And if you're lucky enough to live next to a 5G millimeter wave tower, you're going to be very happy. Unless the tower's like blocking your window or something weird like that. But as impressive as 5G could be on an iPhone, let's talk about the cameras. The new iPhones will likely get the addition of LiDAR, just like the iPad Pro. The new phones would likely use LiDAR not only for AR apps, but for faster focusing, as well as better effects like portrait mode. Now, it's unclear if the 12 Pro models would stick with the same triple camera array like the iPhone 11 Pro and just add a LiDAR. In fact, there are some non-Apple renders showing 4 circles on the camera bump, and it kind of looks like a stovetop. Interesting design. And as we've seen in previous iPhones, the cameras get their oomph from Apple's processor. That processor, along with the ISP, is the brains behind HDR photos, HDR video, and computational photography, among other things. And you can pretty much bet on the fact that the A14 chip announced for the iPad Air last month will be the new brains for the iPhone 12 family. There will likely also be a U1 chip for ultra-wideband connectivity, just like the ones found in the 11 and 11 Pro. Not only will this allow connections between phones, you can track down a lost phone even if it's not connected to the internet, but also to a potential new Apple product called AirTags, which would be a small device you attach to a bag or a wallet or your keys to track and find different items. There could even be an upgraded U1 chip, aka a U2 chip, which would be the kind of YouTube you want on your iPhone and keep on your iPhone, unlike that force-free U2 album a few years back. Now, let's get to probably the biggest rumor here, which is price. The iPhone 12 is both cheaper and more expensive than the iPhone 11. Let me explain. The iPhone 12 mini will likely cost $649. That's $50 less than the iPhone 11. And the iPhone 12 is rumored to cost $749. Now, the good news is that the prices for the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max will likely stay at $999 and $1099 respectively. Now, Apple is rumored to be omitting a power brick and earpods that come in the box, but there should still be a USB cable. So, yeah, that's all I got, but I want to hear from you. What do you think of these iPhone 12 rumors? Are there other rumors that you've heard that you hope are true? Throw your thoughts in the comments.